So what truly has been the best-selling Yu-Gi-Oh recently? Make sure you guys smash the link, grab out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. So, today we're going to be taking a look at what TCG Player shows as the best selling cards recently, because seeing this data is always very, very interesting, just on how the market kind of reflects this stuff. And according to this right now, based on search settings, your best selling card has been Marshmallow Yummy. Now, once again, I mean, are you really surprised to hear this? This has been the card that has been selling the most across the market, because I don't know if you've paid attention to the market recently. I mean, yeah, look at all those sales just today. Or yesterday. That's insane to see. Holy crap, man. No wonder why this card is flying off the shelves. But once again, I mean, people they want Marshmallow right now. And yeah, maybe Doom of Dimensions hasn't been flying off the shelves crazily enough, but for this to be your top selling is very interesting. We also do see that DDS Dark Magician is listed. This is always kind of interesting to see. You have a market price, what, $484 on this old collectible, and the fact that I do believe people do come through here and process and pick these up quite often. Now, Noroi ends up being your second most, or your third most bought out card. Are you surprised about this, though? This is good news, though. Norois have reflectively gone down to $21 now. So to the people that are like, oh, like Noroi at $25, $26 is crazy. Okay, well, we don't have to complain anymore, because the reality of the situation is we've rolled back really hard here, and we've went back to, I would say this is not bad. All right, now there's this situation. So for those of you that do know, we do keep an eye on Striker Ace Raye. Every week or two, we'll dive in here and go, hey, how is this train wreck going? It's still a train wreck, honestly. You do have more populating, though, which I think has been very good and very reflective of this. But in terms of, the push down on this over the last couple of months, we're seeing a good fall down on that. Well, this didn't last long. Looks like your Doom of Dimension boxes actually blew back up. These were covered up. We went down to like 35. We went all the way back up to 53. And it looks like your market is about $43 again. This set is an absolute meme to follow. I also do get to see Judgment Dragon down here. For an Alti JD, you get an Italian mod play for 240. Card looks, I see it a little bit up in there. It's kind of sad. You get a light play for 273. I mean, these have definitely fallen way more than they have previously, which is kind of sad. Your Harvey's Feather Duster from TP8, you guys remember during like COVID years ago, these were $700 during October last year. Now you can very easily get a German for $400. Looks like, though, we do go... Actually, we have been recovering here, the way this looks. Looks like we're back at, like, 6. I see near mint listing 2 for English. It's actually kind of impressive. Okay, I thought those were way worse off than they were. The Chronicles decks, the all-foil edition, actually is at the top of the best-selling right now. I do need to remind you, though, that if you're like, hesitating about this, go back and watch my video where I talked about the value that this deck has, because truthfully, it is very much worth just the amount of cards that you get in this product. The thrust, like as a casual player stepping into this, it just seems very good. Oh boy, Blue Eyes. So the Kaiba Anniversary Blue Eyes is now $450. Blue Eyes. Do you know how crazy that is to see? There was a little bit of time ago where you could get these for like $350, but it looks like they have just exceeded expectations. That's horrifying. And of course, Marshmallow Yummy, we're down to 24 listings on Starlight Rare at $175 a piece. So I mean, we're trucking along. It's not great. I love that the Harpy's Feather Duster follows me back here. Dracotail Frixel coming in at $15. You know what's crazy to me about this? Considering how much people hated on Dracotail, why is this card one of the biggest populated cards? Why are we seeing this card turning over, you know, like these crazy numbers? Like, I want to point that out to you. Dominus Impulse is actually from the Pharaohs set, or the tins this year. $41. You know, I figured that you wouldn't see these in the top cut. Of course, you're going to always see this in the top cut, man. Dominus Impulse is a very big swinger. I also do get to see Icarus Attack here doing well. I also see my Marshmallow came back to me because the system is flawed as crap. Airneos coming in $450. Kind of cool to see that these have dropped down over time here. $520, $670. Light play first eds are $893. You had 2 sales actually this month. Wow, that's actually kind of crazy. It's more Airneos than I'm used to seeing actually populating and moving. The Radiant Typhoon Crocea, so $11. So we just talked about yesterday that we've seen some problems in Genesis format recently that people really aren't too happy with. You know, Magical Scientist, Mole Nearlock evidently being a thing, but also the Radiant Typhoon deck generates a crap ton of free advantage. And I think that's something that isn't necessarily a good thing to see, but you've been seeing the people have been picking this up once again to, you know, play the deck. Looks like Izunas have also, we're still holding about $20, which is not the worst part underneath the sun. I figured we would see, you know, some drops eventually, but Dominus Spiral still coming in at 11s. Not all that surprised either. It's a Dominus card, man. It doesn't matter if it's a good Dominus card or not. People are still going to want to pick it up. And then, of course, there's the Secret Pharaoh's Rare Dark Magician Girl. Are you surprised that this is worth something? Because you really shouldn't be. Like, if you are, you're not doing it right. Mitsurugi Rituals are still $30. This card and Marshmallow are the 2 biggest facilitators of the current format right now. Both of them are doing some crazy things, man. And quite honestly, I'm surprised that people are surprised about that. Fuwas from the tins this year, $23. That's actually kind of crazy. Those are gaining some value. The State of Super Metamorphosis. Whoa here. $320 now? Coming in, yeah, $320, and also Italians at $350 with $383. That's kind of interesting. Didn't expect to see that. Oh, wow. Drastea is down here. So there is actually hype around Doom Z. I'm telling you, like, of the Medius decks, I mean, I understand that Archmage is the one that typically performs and has been doing the best out here, but I really just like the way that this deck looks. You're down to 60 listings of this thing now. And it does look like you've had a lot of sales fairly recently on him. Good stuff, man. I did not expect to see that. Also, it looks like the World Championship bag has also been doing pretty well. What's our actual sales data on this? Because I think these are starting to creep up a little bit here. Looks like these do move in between. Somebody wiped out a whole case at $38 a box. So that's kind of interesting. People told me this product was literally worthless, but people are picking it up now. Medius the Pure now at $11. Your Duelist Advance boxes, $25.84. Why are these creeping up now? I guess people saw that the boxes hit $27 and decided to start picking them up. People like cheap Yu-Gi-Oh product, contrary to popular belief. With looking at these current pricings. Also looks like Yu-Gi Unlimited Edition exists. And 7 Tachyons are creeping up about $30 a Tachyon right now. You can thank the current state of Genesis format for this card doing its job. And, you know, actively creeping up. It's doing a pretty good job at keeping things going here. So, what do you guys think about today's market? A little bit different style things, but you know, we get an idea of what's going on. So please, comment down below what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.